You guys, welcome back to the Goodness Gracious Podcast, Season 41, Episode 25. Let's talk about Robyn Dixon from The Real Housewives of Potomac. As you guys know, she has announced that she was fired from The Real Housewives of Potomac. Let's get into the article courtesy of the Jasmine brand. And then I want to play the audio from Reasonably Shady, the Reasonably Shady podcast that she has with Giselle, where she gave like her little, her breakdown of the show and what it meant to her. So let's read this article real quick. Last month, the Jasmine brand exclusively reported that Robyn Dixon would not be returning next season for The Real Housewives of Potomac. Fast forward to the present day, and she has confirmed the news. She made the announcement on her newest episode of her podcast, Reasonably Shady, and this is what she had to say. I'm going to play the clip from Twitter. Let's get into it.
And just to be yourself, and oh, you're gonna cry? Oh, Robyn, you're gonna make me cry. No tears. Oh, God. Okay, well, I'm not gonna cry. No, okay, go ahead. No, and then I just want to finish. Shit. We don't even have tissues. It's so crazy because, like, we still have Reasonably Shady, but I really want to say I love you. Oh, me? Oh, no. You're gonna make me cry. And it's been such a fun, amazing, stressful, crazy, wild journey the past 8 years. I couldn't imagine doing what we did, with anyone else. Rhop always has tissue. Because of that damn nose of hers. But to my Green Eye Bandit, my partner in crime, like, it's the show really, we started off as friends. It's so funny because we, for whatever reason, we were meant to sit next to each other that night. Yes. I think it was in November of, 2011, maybe, whatever. When Charisse, at Knockout. Yes, at Knockout Abuse, a charity event. When Charisse invited us as her guest. Yes. We sat next to each other at the table, and we laughed and joked like we'd known each other for years. I know. That was so much fun. Before anybody knew us. Yes. Like that. Yes. And we trashed the entire room. We did. We liked every person that walked past, all the drunk people. Like, just had a good old time. And from there, we were great friends. And then the show, brought us even closer. Yeah. And we've, been through a lot on the show and faced a lot of like scrutiny and judgment and hate. Oh, God. And we've supported each other through that. So although we still have Reasonably Shady, I'm still going to talk to you all the time and see you all the time. I hate that part of our friendship is, not there anymore.
Okay, so that was Robyn Dixon's farewell and goodbye and confirmation that she has been fired from The Real Housewives of Potomac. Now let's get into it. Let's be real. I feel like Robyn would not be in this situation with, being let go from the show had she had been honest about the things that were going on between her and Juan and in their relationship. I feel like where she went wrong was she went behind that paywall and she told the people on her podcast, I think it was Patreon, what was going on and how Juan had sneaked out on her and met a woman at a hotel and put his credit card down. And then after she was questioned by Andy Cohen, she stood by Juan, which I don't have any issues with that because that's her husband. She said she's not going to throw her husband under the bus for no storyline or anything. But it was like she was laughing in our face, and I felt like even production or Bravo or whatever, and Andy Cohen felt like, girl, here we are giving you an opportunity to show your life, share your life. And when you do, you go behind a paywall and share it. It was a slap in the face, actually, to Bravo. So I could see them letting her go because enough of the shenanigans, And then the last straw, I guess, is, Juan started out season 8 filming. He came back after this whole cheating allegation, and it seemed like he was going to turn this shit around and be supportive to Robyn. And he did in the beginning of a couple of episodes. But then after that, that was it. And the final straw was him not showing up at the reunion. You could tell that Andy Cohen was frustrated and he was over it when he asked her, where was Juan? And she said Juan chose not to be here and she respects his decision. And so I guess after that, they were like, okay, she's playing in our faces. She's not taking this serious. This is a good paycheck. All Juan had to do was sit behind, Robyn at the reunion and support her, just like Gordon has said. Him and Mia is not on the same page. They're actually going through a divorce, but he's felt like my job as her wife is to be here and support her. This is her job. This is the paycheck that's paying the bill for Robyn and Juan. And I don't understand how she just let Juan do whatever he does and just walk all over her. But I always say, I think because Juan is all that Robyn knows. Like, she's been dating him since she was a teenager. And so she does not know any other man but Juan, And I think once the boys get bigger, they go off to college and she starts to, come into her own because, women, we find our sexiness around 45, 50. We get our groove back. Maybe she'll understand how worthy she is. Now, I don't agree with everything about Robyn Dixon. At some times she has been really crass and aggressive on the show, but I also can, sympathize with her. I feel like she's just a woman stuck in this marriage that, she's just, to me, it gives guilt because remember, Juan had revealed that it was Robyn's ex-friend, deceased friend, who took their money. When Juan was a big time NBA player, he was making money. I guess they invested it. Robyn trusted the friend and the friend took off with their money and whatever, so that's how they were in this financial mess. And so I can understand her maybe feeling that guilt, and maybe Juan is throwing that up in her face because why in the hell are you allowing this man to mess with your livelihood? You just opened up a business. Juan should have been at the reunion. And even Andy Cohen tried to get some of the husbands to, get their feelings on, why it's so unfair for him not to be there, and they are, but they didn't want to, men don't want to get into all the messiness of it all, but just to support you, girl, just to support you. Juan could not do that. And then, after the paywall, he was seen going to the nail shop with another woman, doing laundry. It's just that he keeps playing in this girl's face, and it's like she's not getting it. But I think she's just sticking it out right now because, they have 2 sons, and they're still raising their kids. And so maybe it's just until the kids go off to college or whatever, then they could, go their separate way, because I do believe everybody deserves someone who's going to be supportive and caring and loving and not embarrass them out in these streets, honey. Okay. Because what Karen said, Juan was seen holding hands with another woman walking down the streets of Georgetown. So who knows? But I'm glad that she acknowledged her friendship with Giselle. They are truly, truly best friends. They came on the show not knowing each other, and 8 seasons later, they are the besties. They are the green-eyed bandits, and this is the only friendship that I've seen on and off a Real Housewives show that has lasted. Because, baby, a lot of people was waiting for the moment when Robyn and Giselle would turn on each other, and they never did. And I can give props where props is due, and I could say y'all did that, and like she said, they still have the podcast to do, the job, the business together, so they'll still see each other. But she really got emotional, and you know what I was thinking? I was kind of like laughing because I'm like, here she is getting emotional, and I see people on Twitter saying, oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. But, she ain't have, what if people felt like, gave her the same business she gave Candace at the reunion when Candace was crying about, their friendship, and Candace was just emotional throughout the whole reunion. But, word on the street, allegedly she might be pregnant. I don't know, because I've been checking Candace's Instagram, and she has not photographed herself from the head down. Okay. It's been like shoulders up. So we'll see. But anyway, Robyn Dixon has confirmed her exit from the show. She said she was fired by the network. And she's not going to sugarcoat it like other people who said they're taking a break or they're leaving. Shade to Candace Dillard. But, and see, that's the thing about it. I say, what friendship is Candace talking about with Robyn? Because even in her farewell exit interview, she still took, she shaded Candace, because remember when Candace announced her departure from the show, she said she was taking a break and that, you know, she would be back or something like that in that sense. But here go Robyn in her exit interview with People magazine. She's talking about, I'm not going to be like other people. I'm not sugarcoating. I got fired. Okay, girl, you got fired, but maybe she made up her decision to leave the show. So anyway, that's why I always question Candace. Do you really believe that Robyn was your friend? Like, where? How? I don't see it. Anyway. But she did get emotional with her bestie, Giselle Bryan. And this is interesting to see. Now that Candace is out and Robyn has confirmed her exit, who else is next? Do we think Ashley is going to be fired also, reduced to a friend? Is Wendy on her way out? You know, because right now, I think the three standing are Mia, Karen, and Giselle from what I see. I don't even know if they're going to bring NECA back, but we'll see. But, yeah, Robyn Dixon has confirmed that she has been fired from the Real Housewives of Potomac. This is the Goodness Gracious podcast, y'all. Bye.